Okay, here we go. What kind of candidate would sign the candidate contract? The solutions for every single one of the issues offered on our contract templates are supported by no less than 62% of American citizens. Most are in the high 70% range, some up in the 80% range. These are the things that people want done. They're sick of the excuses and delays. If they're convinced a candidate can deliver on any of those items, they most certainly will vote for that candidate. What kind of candidate would not sign this contract? Establishment candidates, I call them centrist neoliberal candidates, cannot and will not sign the contract. While they don't embrace the populist agenda of the contract, that's not the main reason. They'd sign away their own grandmothers if they thought it would help their political careers. The main reason is that if they sign the contract, they will alienate their campaign donors, corporations, banks, Wall Street, the ruling elite, and lose the support of their major parties. Those two things have assured victory in the past. Why mess with a good thing? They'll play it safe and hopefully be sorry. Now, here's specifically why you as a populist progressive candidate should sign the candidate contract. Number one, it's the right thing to do. Think about it. This is grassroots democracy at its best. If you get elected, this represents a mandate from your voters. As a matter of fact, on the issues listed in the contract you signed, they are literally giving you your marching orders. Voters have decided what they want done. You are responding directly to their wishes. This is representative democracy in its purest form. You should be proud. 2. It offers clarity, certainty, credibility to voters. Campaigns are now fraught with garbage talk, fluff, nonsense. Major campaigns actually hire psychologists to put together strings of words which sound good and make people feel great. Campaign rhetoric has become a cheap form of manipulation. Campaign promises now mean nothing. Look at what you're offering. A legally binding contract. No guesswork, no hot air, no feel-good blather. The real thing. You really should be proud. 3. It gives you the ammunition you need to defeat your centrist neoliberal opponents. When voters see what you're offering, your opponents are frankly going to look very bad. While they're hemming and hawing, you'll be offering a real commitment on the issues that make a real difference. You have to keep pushing this out there. You're on the side of the people, they're on the side of, well, who knows? But it sure ain't the side of the everyday citizen. If they were, they'd sign the contract. You should be very proud to display your signed candidate contract wherever you go. 4. It offers you protection from lobbyists, special interest groups, other wheel and deal legislators. Every freshman congressman says the same thing. They're under constant assault. Everyone wants something, has something to trade, wants to make a deal. It's a nightmare trying to keep focus on why you're there and keep reminding yourself of the people back home who are counting on you. Well, the contract is your Kevlar vest. It's your bulletproof alibi. On the issues in that contract, there's no room for wheeling or space for dealing. You've got the perfect excuse for blowing off all of the hired guns and Washington, D.C. insiders who will try to seduce and manipulate you. Tell them, I've got a contract with my voters. I have no choice. 5. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Against the overwhelming piles of money and power of the establishment major party machinery, you will most likely lose this election unless you do something amazing. The contract is that something amazing. Will it put you at risk? Will you get sued? If you really screw up and anger the majority of your constituents, they could organize a special referendum calling for a class action lawsuit. But in reality, will this happen? You tell me, how easy is it to get the majority of the voting public to do anything, like vote for you? Be realistic. Yes, the possibility of a lawsuit adds enormous force to the contract. That's why it's there, to make people take you and the contract seriously. But if you're a serious candidate, there's no room here for diffidence. You should be secure in your commitment, confident of your mission, proud of yourself and what you stand for. What do you stand for? Just read the contract. It's right there in black and white. Just do your job. Stay focused, submit the legislation, and do your best to support it. That's all it takes. It's what you'll be doing anyway, with or without the contract. The only risk you face is losing the election because you didn't fight hard enough for what you believe in. Now please pay attention, because I'm talking to you. You dedicated progressives who want to do the right thing, who want to serve your country and work hard on behalf of the millions of good, decent, everyday Americans who right now are getting the shaft from a rigged system, are sold to the highest bidder democracy. I'm talking to you. You populist candidates who are willing to buck the system. You who refuse to play by the anti-democratic rules dictated by our lapdog major political parties, parties which kowtow to the ruthless, self-serving, ruling elite. I'm talking to you. You candidates who truly want to make a difference. Be bold. Be strong. Get a leg up on your opponent. Demand honesty and integrity. Demand transparency and accountability. Run a truly exemplary campaign in the best traditions of democracy. Be a solution to the mess our electoral system is in, not just a perpetuation of the problem. Help raise the bar and get rid of the crooks and liars. Stand up to the tyranny of the anti-democratic kleptocrats, the rich and powerful, who are destroying our system of self-government and looting our country of its future. Sign the contract, win the election, make us proud.